What's up, guys? Back again today with the back workout. Back workout is gonna have your pump on fire. It's gonna have you really feeling it, and that's gonna have you questioning your back workouts if you're not doing some of these movements that I'm doing today. You don't have to do like 30 different movements for whatever group you're working. You can have a quality workout with only like 3, 4, 5 movements. For me, I'm doing just a few different back movements today. Some of my favorite workouts though for the back. And this is not like my go-to every single back day. This is what I do. This is just the workout for today. We're gonna go ahead and roll to the first thing, is that wide grip cable lat pull down. It's one of the movements that I like to start my back day with. If you're watching this video, follow this workout, your back will thank you. All right, first set. If you've seen any of my previous videos, you know I'm all about injury prevention. So we're just gonna go pretty light. Just get some reps in. I've already done a little warm up. Really focusing on that mind muscle connection. I like to get a little extra stretch at the end on these little warm-up sets. All right, and that's how you get started. So, that's set one. Give it a quick break, about 30 seconds or so. You don't have to rest too long for warm-up sets, and then we'll roll into the next set. All right, set two. Trying to get right into it. Let's see, we'll go a little bit heavier. I usually do at least like 2 warm-up sets. All right, let's go. All right, I'm feeling good. We got 2 warm-up sets in. We'll go ahead and roll into our sets, our real sets, minus the warm-up. So again, starting on that wide grip. On my back days, I really like to start with the wider grip things because, it's for one, a tougher muscle area to develop. But number two, you can't do as much weight on your wide grip as you can your closed grip stuff. So, it's a good way to do your back day. I've been doing it this way for a while. What I've noticed is increased results, increased size of my back, increased strength overall. But again, just making sure that you use that wide part of your back to pull down. Yeah, we'll give it a quick rest and then on to our first real working set. I'm already feeling kind of pumped from those warm-up sets, which you kind of should, at least a little bit, if you're really squeezing that muscle right and not just going through the motions. We might go heavier than this, but this would be our first working set. We'll find out. I'm feeling pretty good. Had a good little pre-gym snack. Also important, by the way, I recommend if you do like some type of carbs before the gym, so whether that be like oatmeal or like rice cakes, maybe 2 rice cakes, even banana with that. If you do like oatmeal, it's a little bit longer to digest, so do that a little bit, longer before your workout than like rice cakes. Rice cakes you can have like right before your workout. Oatmeal, I would say at least 30 minutes. But there's a quick little tip there on pre-gym snack. All right, but let's work. Whew. That's solid, but yeah, we'll go up at least one more. A quick pump check. All right. And guys, I can even tell the difference in my own physique. A lot of times it can be hard. When you see yourself in the mirror every day, you're like, okay, am I getting results? Am I not? But there comes a point where you can tell you're getting results eventually, as long as you're consistent. All right, next set. Got more than that. At least 2 more. All right. Whew. All right, we might go up heavier on this next one. I don't know if I'll be able to get my rep range I'm going for. But, you know, I've mentioned this before. You can't do your rep range you're going for on a heavier weight. That doesn't mean it's bad to do that heavier weight. Just do a few more reps of a lower weight, but get as much as you can on a heavier weight, because that's a part of progressive overload. So even if I were to, let's say, for example, not saying I do this, but if I did a heavier weight, I only got 3 reps, but I'm aiming for like 6 to 10. I'm still good with getting that 3 reps and then just lowering the weight and finishing my set. That's a smart way to do it. Another gym tip: keep working hard. If you want, you know, eventually you might get to the point where you're doing the entire machine. My 3rd real working set. Whew. Oh, that's real. Oh my goodness. All right. Yeah. You know, we have enough that we're doing today. I think what I did 3 real sets with this one. So we might go ahead and be done with this. Highly recommend this workout, guys. And what the next one is, a lot of people don't do this, but here it is right now. All right, so what we're gonna do is the incline reverse row. And this is a very good movement. Honestly recommend this to everyone when it comes to training back. And it's not something that you have to do like every back day, but you won't be missing out if you do. Basically, if you've never done this, all you're gonna do, and I'm gonna show you with weight as well, you grab your dumbbells and you just squeeze that back. Do not pull with your biceps, because then you're gonna turn it into a bicep workout. You wanna pull through your elbows and squeeze your back every single rep, just like that. And this is like an S tier, top tier back workout. You take away like the ability to use momentum like you could do with cables a lot of times, because your chest is planted flat on the bench. So a lot of times if you're doing like seated cable rows, which is a similar movement, you can like use momentum. On this, it's just straight squeezing your back. Highly recommend it. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna start off with some warm-up weight. Let's go ahead and grab that warm-up weight, and then we'll get right into it, show you guys the actual set with some weights, and then we're gonna do the real thing. Right. So we'll start off with these 70s for warm-up. We're already a little warmed up from what we just did. If that weren't the case, I would be starting off with like 20s on my first set. Whew. All right. Also super important on this one, in any back workout. So when you're holding the dumbbell, don't hold the dumbbell with your thumb on the inside. When you're training back, put your thumb over, because it takes away the assistance from your biceps. You're gonna be able to get more out of your back workouts if you do it that way. All right, we're gonna go ahead and go up. That last one was 70 for the warm up. I think we'll jump right up to 105. It is that type of day. All right. Yeah, that was good. Probably go heavier than that too. I think I will. You know, progressive overload, right? That was a good set though. We'll give it a quick minute. It's always key to like have that sweet spot in your rest to where you're not resting too long, but also to where you're not resting long enough and you can't get the most out of your next set, unless you're on like a super crazy time crunch. Yeah, we're gonna go heavier on this one. All right, 12, 115. See how many reps we have in us. Yeah. Yeah, that was a good set right there. Yeah, one more. Like highly recommended movement. Just squeeze that back every rep. So don't pull with your biceps. It'll be more like this if you pull with your biceps. Squeeze your back and then on release, come down. So squeeze it, coming up, slowly release your back going down. I think if you try this one, if you've never done it, it'll become one of your favorite back workouts. That's just what I think. You go ahead and try it out. You let me know in the comments, and then we'll go from there. All right, that one we were like right on the mid part of my rep range, but it was hard enough to where I was gonna stick to these 115s. I could go 120, but for the rep range we're going for, this is good. All right, last set of these. Last set. Yeah, that's it. Whew. All right, we're done with these. My back, I feel like I've done like 5, 6 movements. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna stay right here, but instead of that like close squeeze to work that mid part of your back, it's not gonna be here. Now we're gonna go out, similar to like what we started on, where you work that wider lat, except for it's a rowing movement. So you're targeting a different part of your back. So we're just gonna go out wide, get that wide lat from a rowing position, keep the incline bench in the same position. Let's go a little wide. You'll see what the difference looks like. Matter of fact, let me just show you right now before I get the weight. So the difference on this one, what we just did is this, squeeze. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna turn the dumbbells like this, so your top part of your hand should be facing out. And then we're gonna go out wide, just like that. So last one we did this, now we're gonna do this. And it's a tougher movement, so you highly, highly unlikely will be able to go just as heavy. I already know I can't go as heavy because I've done this before. Go a little bit lighter, not too much. You still want to challenge yourself and have progressive overload. But, enough talking. Let me go ahead and show you guys a set with some actual weight. All right, so for this wider one, we're gonna start off with some 90s. All right. Whew. Yeah, that was a good weight. So as you guys can see, I think I did the same amount of reps on that as my last set. I went from 115s to 90s. That's the relative difference on your strength abilities on this movement. Again, if you're just doing your back, you're not adding like other muscles. That's how you'll get the most out of this. But something super important on this one, this is a back workout, not a shoulder workout. So you want to make sure that you're not coming like just out like this, because then you're gonna make it a rear delt movement. We're not doing a rear delt movement. We're doing a back movement. So don't come out like this. Your fist shouldn't be pointed down. Your fist should be pointed slightly out, and then you come out this way. So here's the difference. This is rear delts. This is back. We're training back. So just pay attention to that. Make sure you don't do this workout incorrectly. A lot of things at the gym, it's very technical to where you're training the right muscle, you're training the right way with the right form, all that good stuff. And that's one of them. So dropping tips throughout this entire video. More to come. Stay tuned. Set 2 of these, and I am feeling it. That's a good thing. That was good. We'll do one more of those. I go a little bit heavier too because I just did 10 of that. I want to be able to only do like 6, 7 on this last set. So we'll go to 100. We'll go up to 100. Just make it triple digits. Why not? And yeah, we'll call it with this one, and then on to the next back movement. It's a workout, getting all these weights back and forth. That's probably the only thing I don't like about dumbbells. It's when you actually got to pick the weight up. Whew. That's it. I think it's time to cut for now. So, you know, we're gonna just like cut on that. All right, now for my least favorite part. Putting up all these dumbbells. On to the next one. All right. So what we're gonna do now is gonna be the close grip pull-ups. So it's gonna be a slightly different movement, but also super, super effective. It's gonna be a very good movement actually. You could do wide grip, you can do close grip. They're both super effective. For me, I'm gonna do the close grip today. I already did my wide grip work. What I usually do on my back days is I do at least one wide pull down, at least one wide grip row, and then I do at least one close grip pull down, and at least one close grip row. And I do a couple of other things, a couple of like accessory movements, that sort of stuff. But at a bare minimum, I typically do that on my back day. It's worked for me over the years. I've not only gotten more size in my muscles, but I've also gotten stronger like consistently over time. Let me show you guys how we're gonna do it here. Guys, I'm gonna do close grip pull-ups. The problem is I was looking for the weighted belt, right? I was looking for the weighted belt. I went all around this entire gym, which is a pretty sizable gym. The problem is that thing was nowhere to be found. And the worst part about it is they had like 5 of these belts. You know how the gym is, you know how some people can be. So for today, I'm just gonna have to do this no weight, calisthenics style. But today, like as soon as I get home today, I'm gonna order me a belt so I can do some weighted pull-ups because I also like the weighted bicep curls as well. But like for me, for the rep range that I go for, can't get the right amount of reps. So like I'm just gonna have to order a belt. For now, just body weight. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. Thumbs over. It's another back movement. Set 1. Rest about a minute, and then we'll roll right into set 2. I like to emphasize this is just squeezing the back on the way up. Take the biceps out as much as you can. It's not a bicep workout. We're still gonna do biceps. This is a back and bicep day. but just take the biceps out as much as you possibly can. All right, set 2, let's work. Oh, get that full stretch at the bottom. All right, quick break. This is real though. I mean, I weigh about 240 pounds, 235 on a, on a light day. So I'm still able to say I weigh a decent amount for the rep range. And again, this is not like a pull-up competition where I'm just trying to crank out as many reps as possible. If I was getting assistance for my biceps, I'd have at least like an extra 10 reps in me. But I'm only using the back, which I've already used for a lot of these other workout movements. So just remember that you're training your muscles to build your muscles. You're not, I mean, unless it's like a competition for powerlifting or something like that, only focus on the muscle you're using. All right, last set. Let's get it. Make it happen. All right, we got more. We got more. Whew. That was good. 3 good sets of that one. Great back workout. I think we have one more back movement, and then we have a couple bicep movements. I do my back and biceps on the same day. Do your back first, and then do your biceps second, because your biceps are an assistant muscle for your back workouts. So if you were to do it the other way around and do your biceps first, your back is not an assistant on your bicep workout. So because your biceps assist on your back movements, but your back does not assist on your bicep movements, never, ever, ever do back and biceps together when you train your biceps first. Don't do it that way. Always do your back first. And if you do it the way that I talk about, where you take away or completely eliminate, for the most part, any bicep assistance on your back movement, your biceps are not going to be worn out or tired or any of that stuff for your bicep movements by the time you get to them. Trust me, guys, I've done back and biceps on the same day together for years. You can do your back and biceps on the same day, just do your back first. All right, one more back movement. We'll go ahead and move on to the next thing, and then we're gonna start the bicep work. Let's do it. All right, this next movement, we're going to do about neutral to slightly wide. There's a different name for these depending on who you're talking to. Some people call it like a push down, some people call it like a pull through. Whatever you call these, what the movement is, it's this right here. Whew. All right, that felt good. What we're doing on this one is really using that back to squeeze on the way down. This is a good one to do towards the end. I don't recommend it at like the beginning of your workout unless it's a warm-up for back day, because it's not as much of like a compound type movement. You can't get as much out of it. Like if we were ranking all back workouts and you can only pick 3, for example, this is definitely not one that you pick. This is more of an accessory movement that is good for that overall back development, but it's like a sub tier. It's not like an S tier workout. Set 2. Whew. You know what? We got a couple more reps. All right. One more set of these and then we're done with back. Bicep work after that. And then we're gonna call it a day. Another good workout session here. One more set. If your back is not like, oh, right now, reevaluate your technique, reevaluate the weight you're doing. Your back should like really be popping right now. That's it. My back is done for the day, done. But we're not done for the day. After this bicep work, then we'll be done for the day. But you know, enough of this. Let me show you guys some bicep work. And I don't do the same thing every day for biceps. Today, I'm just gonna show you a little bit of what I'm doing this particular bicep workout session. It varies between like the straight bar, between the bicep curl, where I'm going like a pull-up movement, but I'm doing bicep focused. The cables or the dumbbells, like depends on the day for what I'm doing. Let's go ahead and make it happen. Biceps, we're gonna do the first thing being this easy bar curl. At least for today's bicep movement. Gonna start off with 100 on this. Adjust if we need to from there. Oh man. That's it. Oh, set one. That was real. That weight was good to where I think I'll stick to it. The 100 works for me on this. So we're gonna rest for a second, give it about a minute, and then we'll roll right back into it. Yeah, this is good work. My biceps are pumped. All right, set number 2. Let's get this bicep working. Yeah, my biceps are on fire right now. All right, one more set of these. You know, quick minute rest. Don't rest too long, don't rest too short. Really the low end, about 45 seconds, unless you're doing like endurance-based training. On the high end, say about a minute and a half. So yeah, we'll do a quick breather here. And then we have one more set. You know, let's go ahead and just make it happen. Oh my goodness. Oh man. We'll do like a little hammer work, and then that's it. I also do abs all the time, but I have abs tomorrow. And I have like quite a bit of abs tomorrow. Also, what I like to do is I stretch. This is important. I stretch throughout my workout. So if you want to avoid like stiffness, you want to avoid tight muscles, you want to alleviate soreness, I recommend stretching throughout your workout and then stretching throughout your day as well. That's something that's going to help you maintain some athleticism. That's going to help you with not getting like super stiff, super sore. Not saying that you won't get stiff or sore at all, but it's going to make it a lot less than it otherwise would be. Just simple things, you know? Stretching, this is back day, right? So stretching your lats, you know, stretching your biceps, bicep day 2. There's a lot of different stretches you can do for that. This alone is a good bicep stretch. Like, it doesn't have to be complicated. Just start like that, hands out like this, going out, you're gonna feel that in your biceps. You know, lats, it could be something like this even. This is particular, like, just throughout your day. You know, you don't have to have like all the machines and all the equipment for stretching, that sort of stuff. So yeah, we got some hammer curls, work the other head of the bicep, and then we're done. My biceps are done, but we're not done. We're not done. We have like one more set of these. Yeah. Oh man. Whew. All right, guys, that's it. We are done with the pull workout. We hit the back, we hit the biceps, a few different movements for each one. Quality work, highly recommend this workout. If you guys like this video, number one, give this workout a try. But number two, go ahead and give this video a like, drop a comment, and be sure to share it with someone else. And just stay tuned on this workout. Quality movements here. Again, focus on technique, focus on just putting a lot of emphasis on your training and how you do your things, and not just lifting weight for the sake of lifting weight. Make sure you take it with the momentum, all that good stuff. Just focus on the right muscles that you're trying to work in order to get the most results out of your workout. All right, stay tuned. I will see you all in the next video.